Hello and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? This show is all about our awakening. How do we awaken as an African people? A lot of people kept sending me, emails and messages saying, okay, you keep saying Wake Up Africa, but how does it really manifest? How does it really evolve? So go ahead and check out the Wake Up Africa playlist. I feel it will really bless your life. But I know they say bless is one of the curse words. We'll get into that. We're working towards that, but I really do pray that you are well in all your ways. I pray that you are really taking the time to dig deep about who you are, why you are here, what your assignment is this time, at this time in this, in this realm of earth really is. And because we're not just humans trying to get a spiritual experience, but we're spiritual beings here to learn some lessons, change a few things here and there, meet a few people there and here, and in the end contribute to the elevation of global Africa and to the restoration of this world, this reality. And one of the things that I feel is really, really important is I know there's been a growing spiritual connection among global Africa, and especially to the mothership, Mama Africa. A lot of people have been, repatriating, visiting, connecting more. And I really do feel the love, especially when I read the comments and see people from all over global Africa kind of, reasoning together. It's a beautiful thing. And I really feel like as that spiritual connection is being guided, and is growing and is kind of being stoked, we also have to look at the mental repatriation of our people and of us as individuals, because repatriation of the mind is a must. And there's a certain gentleman who had contacted me and he said that, and that just it totally blew my mind. I didn't write his name, but I will definitely give him a shout out in the future. And, he was talking about how we need to find our African voice, and we need to purge, the ideas, the slavery mentality, the tribal mentality, the us versus them mentality, the individualistic mentality, which is not us, that, and all that self-hate and hate of others that look like us. This is something we need to be purging daily, purging in us daily, realizing that it was literally like a mental virus that was deposited in our minds and in our hearts, and that it's been there, it's been eating at our psyche for generations. And that's why we've been seeing like what happened, in South Africa, etc., etc. But the repatriation of our mind means that you reconnect yourself to the mothership, to Africa, and you commit to do everything within your power to make sure that Africa transforms in this generation. It means to connect yourself mentally, to be thinking, how can I make Africa better? How can I invest in Africa? How can I transform whatever area of power or area of interest that has been gifted to you? What can I do to move into that? How can I, contribute to the political systems of our nations, or to the economic landscape of our nations, or even with inventions? Because so many different inventions are happening across Africa, and really things that could be copied and reproduced across the continent. But no one is going to do this for us. No one will do something good for you just to do it. You know what I mean? Ow, I feel like I'm being bitten by a mosquito. Excuse me. Ow. Mosquito season, guys. Kenya's like super cold right now. Sorry. But, and it's this whole thing of how can you be an instrument of transformation in your family, in your community, but in Africa, because Africa is the ark. I keep saying Africa is our ark. And don't worry so much about, wow. Don't worry so much about, us not having the guns and the bombs and this to fight our enemy, because we are not waging war with flesh and blood, but with spiritual wickedness in high places, with the rulers of the darkness of this age. That is who we're waging war with. And you shut that off, you change the landscape, you transform the entire landscape of the world. I know there's some people who will get that and they'll be encouraged, and it will kind of be a confirmation of some of the things they've been, some of the interactions they've been having with their inner inner council, let me call them that, the Most High, our guardian angels, our ancestors, our benevolent beings, former Christed ones, just, yeah. There's such a deep landscape. Trust me, the world inside your heart and mind is so much richer than the world out here, but stories for other days. So in all this thing of repatriating our minds, purging the negativity that naturally bubbles up daily, starting to strategize and take action towards, repatriating to Africa, repatriating, even if it's your talent to start with, repatriating your talent, repatriating your time, repatriating your skills to the mothership, because that is all we have. That is our ark in the coming season. And so we must build that ark with everything that we have. And while we can still build, while everyone thinks that things will never change. So I really want to encourage you to do your best, because if you repatriate your mind to Africa, then Africa needs the best version of you. Africa needs the highest version of you, operating in a place of completeness, in a place of calm, and in a place of wholeness. And so I really want to just end this message with saying, please work on your issues, especially because there's a window of time that we are entering into, or have been in, actually. I should say we've been in it for a couple of weeks. But there's this window of time where you can release some really, really hard relationships, situations, habits, and mentalities. Like there's a grace in the universe to do that. It will come with tears, it will come with pain, but it will be the best decision you make. And do it in this window, so that when your greatest life comes to you, you ain't tripping yourself, you ain't messing yourself up. Because you see, the reason you must work on yourself is because all those things that you haven't resolved, they come up. And it's better they come up now before you transition into who you really are and what you're really here to do, than for them to come when you're having your superstar moment, or when you're having your wow moment, and all of a sudden that little character defect rocks up and totally takes that victory from you. So that's why I say continuously take that time to meditate, to think, to ask your guardian angels what it is that you need to resolve, to cut out the people who you need to cut out, and to maybe reach out to those that you need to reach out to. I love you guys, and I really do wish, and pray for your great success, because I am sure Africa is rising in our generation.